Pregnancy is an extraordinary biological process of adaptation, tolerance, and cooperation. A developing baby grows alongside a completely new organ, the placenta, inside their mother's body. Her body undergoes remarkable changes to support this new life over 9 months. Biology is complex, fascinating, and truly remarkable. Let's explore this incredible journey that, in the best cases, results in one of life's most precious moments: the birth of a new baby. Welcome to Balanced Woman UK. This channel is all about clear, evidence-based women's health information you can trust. Everything in this video is based on official NHS and NICE guidance, and I've linked all sources in the description below. Our story begins with millions of sperm cells on a challenging journey. They have a limited time frame, typically 12 to 48 hours, before they lose viability. The female reproductive tract naturally filters sperm through several stages.
The cervical environment has a slightly acidic pH, which, along with cervical mucus and immune cells, creates a selective barrier.
Seminal fluid is alkaline, which helps buffer this acidity temporarily. Millions of sperm don't survive this first stage. Those that do must navigate through the cervical mucus, a complex network of proteins that acts as a natural filter. During ovulation, hormonal changes make the cervical mucus thinner and more navigable, and chemical signals help guide sperm toward the egg.
Only a few hundred sperm, less than 0.001% of the original number, typically reach the fallopian tubes where fertilization may occur.
The egg cell is remarkably large compared to sperm, about 0.1 millimeter in diameter, and contains substantial nutrients and mitochondria, the cell's energy producers, to support early development. When sperm reaches the egg, only one will successfully fertilize it. The egg's outer layer changes immediately to prevent other sperm from entering. At this moment, genetic material from 2 people combines to create a unique set of chromosomes, a single cell with the potential to develop into a new human being. Over the next few days, this fertilized egg, now called a zygote, then a blastocyst, divides rapidly while traveling down the fallopian tube toward the uterus. By the time it reaches the uterus, it contains around 100 to 200 cells organized into 2 groups: the inner cell mass, which will become the baby, and the trophoblast, which will form the placenta and supporting structures. The next stage, implantation, is critical. The blastocyst must attach to the uterine lining, endometrium, to survive. This involves complex chemical communication between the embryo and the mother's body. The embryo releases hormones, including human chorionic gonadotropin, HCG, while the uterine lining responds with its own signals. The endometrium must be receptive, a state that occurs during a specific window in the menstrual cycle. Research shows that the mother's immune system plays a crucial role here, but not by attacking the embryo. Instead, specialized immune cells in the uterus help support implantation and early pregnancy. The body recognizes the embryo as genetically different but doesn't reject it, a remarkable example of immune tolerance. However, not all embryos successfully implant. The NHS estimates that around 10 to 20% of known pregnancies end in miscarriage, with many more losses occurring before a woman knows she's pregnant. This is often due to chromosomal abnormalities or developmental issues, a natural process that, while difficult, prevents non-viable pregnancies from continuing. During early pregnancy, the uterine lining provides nutrients through glandular secretions, sometimes called histiotropic nutrition, before the placenta is fully functional. Once implantation succeeds, trophoblast cells begin developing into the placenta. Some trophoblast cells, called invasive trophoblasts, grow into the uterine wall to access the mother's blood vessels. This is a carefully regulated process. The mother's body controls how deeply these cells penetrate to ensure her safety while allowing adequate blood flow to support the pregnancy. Around 8 weeks after fertilization, the embryo transitions to being called a fetus. At this stage, it's about the size of a raspberry, and major organs are beginning to form. The question of when an embryo becomes a person is complex, involving medical, legal, ethical, and personal considerations. In the UK, the law recognises different stages. The legal limit for most abortions is 24 weeks of pregnancy, reflecting the point at which a fetus may be capable of survival outside the womb with medical support. The placenta becomes fully functional by around 12 weeks. This remarkable temporary organ acts as a barrier, protecting the fetus from infections and harmful substances, though not all can be filtered out, which is why pregnant women are advised to avoid alcohol, smoking, and certain medications. The placenta transfers oxygen and nutrients from the mother's blood to the fetus and removes waste products. It also produces hormones that maintain the pregnancy and prepare the mother's body for birth and breastfeeding. The placenta connects to the fetus through the umbilical cord. Blood flow through the placenta increases throughout pregnancy to meet the growing fetus's needs. The placenta releases hormones that alter the mother's metabolism, directing more glucose to the fetus. In some cases, this can lead to gestational diabetes, a condition affecting about 5% of pregnancies in the UK, where the mother's blood sugar levels become too high. This requires monitoring and sometimes treatment to protect both mother and baby. Pregnancy involves a delicate balance. The mother's body undergoes significant changes to support the developing baby, but these changes have limits to protect her health. Healthcare providers monitor both mother and baby throughout pregnancy to ensure this balance is maintained. Over approximately 40 weeks, the fetus grows from a single cell to a baby weighing around 3 to 4 kilograms on average, an increase of billions of times in mass. This requires enormous energy and nutrients, all provided by the mother through the placenta. If you're alive today, you successfully completed this remarkable developmental journey. From the moment of fertilization through implantation, embryonic and fetal development, you were supported by your mother's body through one of nature's most complex biological processes. But this is only one perspective. You were also supported every step of the way by the hormonal changes that prepared your mother's body for pregnancy, by the egg that accepted fertilization, by your mother's immune system that protected rather than rejected you, by the enormous amount of energy and nutrients your mother's body provided, by the placenta that sustained you for 9 months. Our biology is complex and sometimes challenging, but it's also the foundation of one of life's greatest experiences, the creation of new life. At this point, you may watch our previous video here to fully understand your menstrual period, which makes it possible for fertilization and pregnancy to occur.